Hello，大家好，这是大西。今天我们的培训的 topic 是 Azure Devops Training。所以请关注我的频道。请点击视频下方那个蓝色的小手标，点击关注。这里是我的助理微信，所以说请添加助理微信。如果你想进我的这个微信群的话。Okay, so today's topic we are talking about Azure Devops. So what are the use cases of our project? So some of our use cases we use for infrastructure. Some of you cases is for database. Some for messaging. Some for DevOps, and some another for the big data. Now, for what we have to understand is for each every of use cases, Azure are providing different service. Okay, we need to understand what is the service, how to create the service, and how to connect to the service. And also, is there any probability to connect the service automatically? How to automatically the service? This is what we should to know in this training. After this training, this is what we need to learn. If you can see, this is my Azure account. Here you see lots of services. And here you can see we have a virtual machine. Click here. You can go to this virtual machine screen. And for some cases, we need a VM machine Windows. For others, we need a VM machine Linux also. So in our cases, what happened is, let's say we have some service like a platform as a service. Okay, meaning that's meaning okay, we don't create any VM already set up will be there. We just need to select the programming language and the runtime. We need to select the programming language and the runtime and run our applications. So this all will be through Azure App Service. Another thing is, let's say I want to set up a VPN. Oh, okay. So for that, Azure have something called Azure connectivities. So how to connect virtual networks for given CIDR block. Okay, and then VNet to VNet communication or connection. So if you have two different virtual machine, so how to connect between them? We use the site-to-site VPN, and then we use point-to-site VPN. So this is how to connect the two different VM. So another thing is, let's say we have we want to store something. We have Azure storage. So we can use Azure. We can use Azure Devops storage, binary large object. Another one is Azure file storage. The next one is Azure queue storage, and then Azure table storage. Okay, there are different type of storage available to it. So the most likely we use Azure Block. That's very common use. But also we have some use for the binary large objects, Azure file storage, Azure queue storage, and Azure table storage. Okay. Okay, the next thing is we have lots of services. Let's say if you want to automate this service or you want to connect to these services, Azure is giving Azure SDK and command line tools. Okay, So meaning, let's say, okay, let's say you want to connect a Azure block from Python. Okay, so you want to connect Azure block from Java. You want to connect Azure block from Python. Okay, Azure has given Azure have given SDK. You can simply to say Azure as Azure SDK block storage. Okay, you can go here. You can go through the documentation. You can see the SDK. So we have a .NET. You can work with Java. You can work with Python, JavaScript, all this language. Okay, this Azure SDK and the command line tools. Okay, there's another thing is, let's say I want to automate all those things. Okay, I want to automate all these things. Okay, so we have Azure Devops basically. So CA, which means continuous integration. We have a CD is continuous delivery. Okay. Okay. I need a service Azure Devops. In Azure Devops, we have a pepper plan. We enter or Azure VM or things. Okay. Okay. What we need to see is where is our code located. Okay. So it's located in the GitHub or located in the Bitbucket or it located at Azure Reports. Okay. And then we will create uh, and as part of this we can see CI/CD pipeline for Java, for .NET, for Python, and Angular, React. Okay, so basically it's for the front end, the front end application. We need to use Angular or React. For the back end application, we need to see .NET, Java, and Python, and Node.js. Okay, you need to know. Okay, so the another thing is you need to know about database as well, Azure SQL data warehouse. Okay, you need to know all about these things. Okay, you also need to learn the Azure Cosmos DB. Okay, and then you need to know about. Okay, we need to work with Azure web app containers. So meaning we need to work with Azure Kubernetes service. Okay, if you want, and you can create the Kubernetes service and to work on it. Now, one more thing is once we develop once we deploy our applications, we need to see about logging and monitoring. Okay, we need to see about logging and monitoring. Okay, um, we need to use Azure Monitor. We need to use Azure Monitoring, and then we need to use uh, Azure Application Insight. Okay, and then we need to use logging. We need to use the log analytics. Okay. The another thing is the most important thing is the security. Okay, let's say you have very sensitive information. Okay, so for that, what we need to keep the sensitive information in Azure K void. Okay, there's called a K void. It's called a Azure K void. Okay, and then there's the Azure DDoS. And then if you want to set rules, you use Azure VNet firewall. And then if you want, you can use Azure Active directory, and then what you can do is you can make your application HTTPS. You may need SSL certificates. Okay, okay, okay. This is all about the security. Okay. Another thing is Another thing is the infrastructure as a code. Okay, so what kind of code you need to know? You need to terraform, how to automate your your setup AR service with Terraform. Okay, you need to how to automate your setup as a service with the Terraform. Okay, okay. So you also need to know about Azure RM provider. So what is the resource manager? Okay, so what's the resource group? You have to know all these things in the Azure RM provider. Okay. Also, there's some Azure. There's some big data related things. Is Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Lake, Azure AD Nights, and then Azure Database. Okay, this is specifically for the big data application. Sorry, it's Azure Databricks. Okay. Okay, so I want to ask some question. You can actually add the you can add my WeChat. You can add the WeChat. I can add you to the group, and you can post your question there, and you can communicate with them. All right. Today this is a video for the first day. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, let's talk about the exam DP201. Okay, so if you wanna correct this interview, okay, this interview is designing an Azure data solution. Okay, so if you wanna let's see this exam, the candidate for this exam must design data solution that use the following Azure service. Okay, so in my training, I will cover all of them. Okay, let's see what topic it is in this exam. So you can see this exam, it will cover Azure Cosmos DB, cover Azure Synapse Analytics, Azure Data Lake Storage, Azure Data Factory, Azure System Analytics, okay, Azure Databricks, and Azure Block Storage, okay. All this topic I will cover in my video. So this class is all about hands-on practice, okay? We don't spend a lot of time on the theory, okay? So basically we skip the theory. So if you want to know more detail about the theory, you can just Google from online. But my training courses, I'm more focused on hands-on practice for the student who looking for a job in the Azure Devops this kind of area. Okay, so it's more about job career. You know, it's more about looking for a job. Okay, as I said, if you have a question, you can add my WeChat. I can add you to the WeChat group. And today I'm going to end up this section. I will see you tomorrow, next time. All right.